And we are live. Hey, what's going on, crypto warriors? Welcome back to the Gym of Crypto. As we discussed earlier, we have a special live stream for you today. We have Ritestream here today, their team. Of course, we've talked about Ritestream. They did a sponsor post with us a few days ago, and Ritestream is democratizing the creator economy. Essentially, they are making NFTs for film and TV, making sure every content creator gets a piece of what's actually created out there that's theirs. So none other than the team's founder, CEO, man with the plan, Riaz Mahta. Thank you to the show. Welcome.
Thank you, King. Glad to be here.
Thank you. Yeah. So we discussed a little bit before the show, but I told you the first question I have for you before we even got started that people are normally interested in hearing is how did you get to Bitcoin and cryptocurrency? What's kind of your past and how did you get here today?
I got into Bitcoin, I think it was about 2013. A friend of mine told me about it, and I thought, hey, this is really interesting. And I just invested a few dollars in it initially, and then I got really excited by the premise of what it stood for. And then over the years, I kind of dipped in and out of the coin. And around 2017, I really dived into into the technology aspect, into blockchain, and I really believe in what blockchain can do for everyone and how it can empower people. And that's what really got me inspired. And like it helped me dig deeper. And that's kind of what led to the journey that we're on today.
Nice. Okay, good stuff. Really quick, want to give some shout outs. What's going on? Remy, Shannon Allen, Alec Pio. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Again, this is the Ritestream AMA. So let's just jump straight into it for those who are joining and listening. In your words, what is Ritestream? What are you all doing? Of course, every project has the fancy words, democratizing the creator economy. But what does that really mean to you all as far as what your project's doing?
So, King, what we're doing is we're empowering creators, right? So we're basically creating a launch pad for film and television content. And what I mean by a launch pad is if you're a creator, and I've been a creator myself for a long time, right? So I produce numerous reality TV shows. I've worked with all the major platforms across the globe. And what I've found was that creating content is not easy. It's like you come up with an amazing idea, but to get that funded, it's normally you have to go and pitch to broadcasters, to studios, and it is a very long and arduous process. And most projects die before they see the light of day. And so my vision is to actually empower creators and get the community to support ideas that they believe in, and for the community to actually have ownership in the next great big thing that happens. Imagine if you could own a piece of the next Star Wars movie when it gets conceived, or the next Game of Thrones. And this is the opportunity to really connect the creator with the community, and together they're powerful, and there's no other middleman involved in controlling that destiny. And that's really what Ritestream is about. And then we have a whole ecosystem to actually support that. But this is where it starts with the journey of the creator.
I kind of asked early on. So while I love the idea of that, like I said, I mean, it's like 1+1 = 2. It makes sense. What are some of the challenges you see yourself facing when it comes, I guess, from the legacy ecosystem? Because they have their own way of not paying creators and making sure the few people who invest get their investment out. And instead of having this broad, I guess, distribution. So have you seen any challenges with that?
Yeah, I think the challenges are that the typical studios, they believe that they have the control, that they know what they're doing, and it's the way things have been for more than 100 years. And a lot of people don't like change, and I think they will resist change. But I believe that with Web3 and what blockchain is doing, there's whole new economies being created. And we have seen this in finance, and how finance has got decentralized and whole new economies emerge. And the traditional players haven't really played a major part in that. And I can see something very similar happening in media and entertainment as well, that the shift of power happens from the very traditional ecosystem and very centralized ecosystem to a decentralized ecosystem where the creator and the community are empowered. So there will be challenges, of course, and people will try and resist it. But I believe that we've come too far. I think the tide is turning now.
So for Ritestream specific, all right, we have callers on, or viewers listening, people listening, callers listening, viewers, whatever you want to call it, podcast and YouTube at this point. This is their first time hearing about Ritestream, or some of them may have seen the review video. What are some key points you want to point out to people on Ritestream, I guess, for points of value for them to look at and kind of research about?
Okay, so do you mind if I share my screen for a second?
No problem, for sure. We always encourage it.
Okay, cool. So I think this is probably the best way to kind of describe what we're building, right? Can you all see this?
Oh yeah, we can see it.
Okay, perfect. So as I mentioned before, it's a launchpad for film and TV, but then it's got 4 different components to it. So one is a place where creators can actually create content and bring their content ideas to life. Then we've also got a streaming platform, which is a consumer app, so that the community will be able to watch content using this app, and they can pay with our right tokens that we're launching. And also there's a view to earn mechanism. So when you're watching a movie, for example, and you interact with that content, then you'll be able to earn the right coins. So it's very similar to play to earn in gaming. Then, of course, we have an NFT marketplace whereby film and television NFTs are curated and dropped within this market, so that now you can actually own a piece of that film that you've just watched. And then finally, of course, there's an exchange, so you can trade these NFTs on an ongoing basis. So that's kind of our ecosystem. Make sense, King?
Oh, it does. Yeah. So now with the view watching the biggest movies from Hollywood through Bollywood, what movies would they be able to watch? Would they only be the licensed ones that you all own the rights to, or how does that work?
No, so it'll be a whole collection, right? So we are a real business. We've been around for about 4 years, and today on our platform, we have close to 100,000 hours of content. Now that equates to around 10,000 distinct film and TV content items that we have rights to today. So when we launch our platform, our viewers will be able to get a lot of that existing content from Hollywood through to Bollywood, as we say, but also as we create new content through our Launchpad, then that'll be streamed through this streaming service, through this app.
Okay, I get it. So you would give content creators a chance to go to the Launchpad, to have that community-driven fun, and then from there, they would go over to View. Okay, exactly. Sounds good. What regulatory concerns do you have, if any, when it comes to the Launchpad?
We don't, because we're not selling securities. These are NFTs. So when you participate,
it's true. Nice. Okay, there it is. Let me check the comments really quick. We're going to Helen Davis, JoJo Wave, hello. Ernest Agaya, hello. Let's see, of course, always add this. If you feel free to email us, we're always interested in new people. Let's see, adding this to our Web3 research project in the Research Guild. Okay. Commander Gore said, is the token out? If not, when does it come out?
The token will be out early March, and we've got a couple of great launch pads on board, and we're looking at launching around the first week of March, but subject to market conditions, of course.
Right. Definitely. If it's
hopefully it's going the right way.
Exactly. I was saying it's looking like it's the right direction. So with that being said, were there parts of Bitcoin integration you all looked to do, or did you all just wanted to do it off-chain in general?
Yeah, look, for us, it made sense for us to have our own token, because we're creating this ecosystem whereby the token is being used for viewing content and also to reward people that watch content as well, and for funding content projects. So it made a lot of sense for us to have our own native token, which has a real use case. Nice.
And I did, throughout the review video, I mentioned your airdrop. I saw that's ended. So what happened with that?
Look, our second airdrop just ended today. So we'll be announcing the winners of that very soon. And we'll probably have another one soon as well if your community is interested.
Okay, there it is. Possible airdrop
Yeah.
in the future. There it is. Okay, so on the agenda, I guess, how are projects like this? So in the short term right now, you said you're looking to March to launch the token, of course, depending on market conditions. What else in the back end are you still working, I guess, for this to be ready to be fully tested, beta tested by community members?
Well, King, here's the exciting thing, right? So the View app, it's in development right now, and we plan to launch that early March as well. So fairly soon after the token drops, that people will be able to use our app to actually watch content and also have be able to earn our tokens as well. And we're very keen on engaging the community, and we want to give them this tool ASAP. The other parts of our ecosystem will go live fairly soon thereafter as well, so that we're targeting our launchpad to be live probably late Q2, early Q3, and that'll enable people to start creating content. And as you're showing right here, we have our content marketplace already live, and this is where we have got close to 100,000 hours of content today.
Yeah, and this is the part I went over this briefly in a review for those who saw, but if not, I did want to highlight this part. I think that is important to highlight. Where at the end of the day, regardless of what you're trying to launch, I'm always looking at people who have products. So the fact that you already have the content was pretty cool to see as well. It's not on this one, on a couple of other ones. Oh, there it is. It was at the bottom. I like how a lot of them had the trailers. I guess this one didn't have a trailer, but I know a lot of these did have actual trailers, whatever. I just clicked on the random one. But I thought that was pretty interesting. I was watching about 2 or 3 trailers of some of the different videos. And yeah, I mean, it's good that you actually have content here. Here's one. Yeah. So I thought that was pretty cool. So if you're, we're always like, as long as everybody does everything right on the back end, this seems like an easy way up here.
That's exactly it, King. Right. So we started off on this journey. Like, our business has been around for about 4 years, and like I mentioned, I've been involved in the blockchain space for close to 8 years now. But I had this idea for this whole ecosystem even 4 years ago, but I really wanted to build something and prove that there's a product market fit for what we're doing before we actually embarked on a token sale. And we didn't want to be one of those people that raise millions of dollars and nothing happens with it. So we built a real product. We've got real customers. We've got thousands of streaming services across the world that connect to us today on our platform. And we're signing up some pretty big platforms today that we'll be announcing in the weeks leading up to the TGE. So we're a real business with tons of content, real customers, and now we're taking this, what we've built in Web 2 to Web 3. So it's a relatively easy step for us.
How do you, so for people who are new to your platform, how would you advise them to join the ecosystem? And like, how would they initially join the ecosystem? What are the steps?
Okay, so the steps for the community would be, first of all, definitely please go to our website, ritestream.io, and check out our white paper so that you understand what we are building and how everything works. Participate in our token sale if you would like to. And most importantly, our app will launch sometime in March. So download the app so that you can actually earn the right coins. And every app that you download will come with a certain number of coins already pre-built in. So you'll be able to watch a bunch of content for free on day one. And then you'll be able to earn more of these right coins as you watch more content. And that's your engagement point. We're doing some other really exciting things where we'll be announcing some partnerships soon with metaverse projects as well. And one of our visions is to give people the ability to interact with content in other ways than is possible today. And very soon you'll be able to watch our content in cinemas in the metaverse, and watch the space for more news on that.
So, and then also I did, like you said, you can, while you're watching content, you can earn tokens.
That's exactly right. And
so how is that going to work? Yeah, how does that work?
So it's really simple, right? So we want to know that the content that you're watching is engaging, and we want to get your feedback, right? So that we can actually tailor that content better so that the producers actually end up creating content that people like. And so when you watch content, you'll see a little right token symbol appear at some point within the content. You'll click on that and you'll rate that content and say whether you liked it or not. And through that rating process, you would earn a token. And of course, we use that ratings data to actually make better content for you in future. And everybody wins.
Okay, that makes sense. All right. I was going to say, I was imagining game theory playing out where people got TVs or what you call it running, on every node.
No. So there's got to be an active interaction. And
Okay.
it's not going to be predictable exactly where that is in the piece of content. It'll vary. Yeah.
Okay. Some shout-outs going on. Joshua Banks, Rendo like Denzel, Commander Gore, Quarter Crawler. So Bitcoin Madam says, she said, sounds similar to the library. Are you familiar with them? And if so, how did this differ?
So look, there are projects that have tried to do different parts of our ecosystem. There's no one that's actually brought it together like we have, and no one that actually has the monetization channels that we do for content. So today we have a live system whereby we have streaming services that pay us monthly subscription fees, that pay us license fees for the content that we have on our platform. Nobody else has that today, and nobody else has the business model that we do today either. So when a content creator comes to our platform, they're not only assured of being able to raise funding for the content, but they're also assured that there's a distribution channel for that content, that someone's going to watch that content and someone's going to pay for that content as well. And it'll earn revenue. So this in itself is quite unique.
No, I will say I've seen other attempts, so I'm glad you pointed that out. I have seen other attempts, but you're right, no one has brought it together yet as well. So, and you're right, I haven't seen other attempts with their libraries yet. That's what I'm trying to think about. I haven't seen anybody else with a library content to start as well. So we're getting more questions in as the chat. I have one as well. With the content, what happens to content or content creators where their content doesn't do so well, where people don't like it, they don't watch it all the way through, So what happens to that type of creator, I guess, or what would happen to the monetization of that video?
The market dynamics play out, right? So effectively, if the community does not like a piece of content, then it's not going to perform well and it's not going to earn as much revenues. And that actually incentivizes creators. And when I talked about how people earn Litecoin, we want to provide this input back to the creator that, hey, either your content was great or something didn't work, because then the next time they can do better. Because if they don't have that data point, then they'll just keep doing the same thing. But now if they have the data point about what actually works, then they can actually end up making better content. And if they don't, then of course, we can't dictate that, but we give them all the tools, we empower them to get better over time.
And for the when you actually retrieve this data, are you just, I understand the systems you're using, like almost a survey or whatever, but do you guys just have like a back-end algorithm built in, or is it somebody actually going back there just kind of separating, and like how are you doing that, I guess, like the data storage of it?
No, it's all tech. There's an algorithm. So we normalize the data, and we're looking at trends and patterns and what works, what doesn't work. So, and we're just using that to actually inform.
Nice, and it's batched in there. Cool.
Exactly. Yeah.
All right, Leroy is saying, so you use the tokens to watch content and earn tokens by watching content as well?
That's correct. Yes.
All right, that's right. Will the platform be exclusive to long form content as well?
No, it's for short form content, it's for television content, it's for long form as well. It's I'm a creator, so I love content of any description, and we want to empower people. You could make an amazing short film, and have it on the platform.
I guess so. I already I get the ideal with Leroy, where the ideal is so outside of, let's say, even shorter than shorts. Would you go TikTok, Vine to YouTube short level? Are you going 60 seconds to 9 minutes?
Yeah, I don't think we're going to the TikTok stage, because there's a whole other monetization model for that.
Right.
We're looking at content that's professionally produced, that typically it could be a short film that's 20 minutes, or it could be a series that consists of half-hour episodes, for example, or it could be, for example, kids animation, and they could be shorts. They could be 5 minutes, but there'll be a whole series of them.
Right. Okay. All right. So good to go. All right. Good question, though, Leroy. That was a really good question for sure. What's going on our project experience? Let's see. Seymour Breezy. Hey, does the licensing limit content creators to your platform, or prevent them from taking their intellectual property to other places to maximize revenues to them directly?
Okay. So what we want to do is we want to empower the creator, but we also want to handle all the hard work in terms of how to monetize that content. And we also want to provide transparency to the people that funded that content in the first place. So our goal is to keep everything on the blockchain so that we have the transparency, so that we don't want the situation where the creator takes that content, goes somewhere else, makes money on it, and the people that funded that content don't get rewarded for that. They need to have their piece of the action, basically, because they helped that person create that content. So part of the condition will be that the content gets monetized in a transparent manner through our platform, and that the revenues flow back transparently as well to the rightful owners.
Okay. The DGen side of me is coming out. So let's talk some tokenomics. Talk tokenomics to me. How is this thing going to get breaking down? Like, what was the token breakdown to begin with? You say you're doing airdrop. So what are the tokenomics behind the project initially? That would be my first question.
Okay. So we've got a large chunk of tokens that are reserved for the view to earn mechanism. And we've got like 20% of our tokens for that, for the community, so that when you're watching content, you can be earning those tokens. We've also got 16% reserved for the community and staking, but also part of that will be used to facilitate funding of new content projects as well, so that projects that the community feels are awesome, then they can vote on those, and we'll contribute towards those as a platform. Then, of course, in terms of our funding rounds, we've got a seed round, and we allocated 5% of our tokens to the seed round. There's 4.5% of our tokens that go to the private round, and 1.5% to the public round. And then, of course, we've got 20% in our treasury, and you can see all of this in the white paper, of course.
Yeah, I was going to bring it up for everyone as well. I know some people just love to hear the token talk, and they kind of go along with the token, what it is in the white paper. Again, DGen side of us, we have to ask what exchanges or what's the exchange, I guess, thoughts of you all trying to get listed, or are you just going to go straight DeFi? What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, look, we are having conversations with exchanges, but once they're finalized, then we will announce in our channels, of course. In the meantime, of course, we will also be on DEXs, such as PancakeSwap. And by the way, this is going to be a BSC token, because we want to make it economical for everyone to be able to use this token as well. And in terms of the centralized exchanges, we've got a couple of really good conversations going, but we probably need another week to 2 weeks to finalize those before we can announce them.
Exciting times. All right, who else do we have here? Hold on. Melvin, what's going on, Melvin? Thank you. Hit the like. Dallas Prince, hey, what's going on? Okay, scrolling up. Ernest Agaya, hello again. Alpha Predator, hey, welcome to the chat. All right, and we got somebody got a timeout. Other than that, we're good right now. All right, so this is pretty cool news. So it looks like March, a lot of stuff is going to be heating up as far as releases and launches. The app, I did see you all, we're going to have an app as well. Everybody's curious to know about apps. When is that one going to be released?
We're looking to release that sometime in March, so probably mid to late March. Our token will be out by that stage. So what we want to do is enable people to be able to use that token very soon after we launch.
And I guess what's the plan for to bring on new creators, content creators, as far as going to go find, of course, it's always good to have content, but you want to go after those creators who have communities and all that good stuff. So what's the outreach and marketing plan for them?
So Because we are from the industry, we're already talking to a whole bunch of different creators, including some professional producers in Hollywood, because we want to bring A-list content to the platform as well as independents. And folks are super excited about this. We plan to make some announcements a bit closer to our TGE in terms of the kind of names that we're bringing to the platform.
Good stuff. Okay. Let me see. About to bring up another page in the website. Again, folks, we're talking about Ritestream right now, the platform for the creation and monetization of film and TV NFTs. They actually have their own content library already to start from. And as you heard, they're enabling content creators to come create new content with data points and analytics that let them know how well the content is performing on the site. And as an actual consumer, you get paid to watch the content as well. So it's a win-win. And these are actually going to be NFTs monetized by their platform, the Ritestream platform. So exciting stuff right here. I really do like this. Definitely going to be looking more into it. The NFT space, what are your thoughts on the regulatory, the possible regulatory pressure surrounding NFTs now?
Really interesting point. I don't think people have really got their heads around it, to be perfectly honest. And I think the regulators will try to clamp down on it, in my opinion. But I think it's pretty hard to do so, though. I believe that NFTs are going to explode way beyond what they have already. And we see this as a massive growth space. And what we're doing here is, unlike typical NFTs that are sold today that are simply JPEGs that have artistic value, the film and TV NFTs that we have on our platform actually have lasting value because they generate revenue over time. And they have additional benefits. So for example, if you bought one of these on the launch pad, then you may be able to get, say, a producer credit on the film. You, as a contributor, you might get access to behind the scenes material. You might get access to the cast and crew. So there's going to be a lot of more additional benefits beyond the fact that you own something of value.
I would say, what's the biggest challenges you see being faced in? And I'm with you too. I think they will try to regulate NFTs, but it may be too much of an undertaking. So it'll be interesting to see that. I asked that question though because, like the ICO market and some other parts of the market we've seen, is like everybody gets excited, they build the business plan out, and then the government is like, "No, we're not doing this." And it's like, "What? We got to start over." So, but what are some other challenges you think you'll face in the short term? I mean, again, a lot of people are excited when it comes to token launches and trying to jump on them before they launch, and seed rounds and then exchanges and all this other stuff. But what are some of the challenges you say in the short term we'll face outside of market conditions? Of course, that's always a challenge.
Oh, look, I think the challenges are partly on the tech front. So we've got our vision is to really exploit new revenue sources in the metaverse, right? So when we talk about building cinemas and the ability for people to actually watch movies in the metaverse in a Ritestream cinema, there are some technological challenges around that, which we are working on. And I think the technology is not 100% there yet, but I believe that it will be, give it 6 to 12 months. So I believe those challenges will be overcome. I think the other things that, I do think about are regulatory issues that around those NFTs, as you mentioned before. And we're super careful about how we actually do this and in which jurisdictions we will actually do this as well to ensure that that we are protected and our creators are protected as well, and our investors.
All right, so Seymour Breezy said, what's some known, I guess, what's some popular content that you currently have on the platform they can look up?
Oh, popular content, Imitation Game, that's one that comes to mind.
There we go.
Yep.
Imitation Game.
That's actually on our landing page. So if you go to our current homepage, you'll see that.
Okay, perfect. There we go. All right, good stuff. Oh, I see. Oh, yeah. Let me bring this up. I'm trying to share the screen right now. I saw that he's a popular actor. I forgot his name.
I can't remember his name, but
they both are. Yeah, they both are.
Yeah.
This is on your platform already?
Yeah, it's on our platform
Oh,
today.
nice. Good
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah, this is good stuff. All right. I definitely see it. I definitely, like I said, I see the vision for sure. It's just the heavy lifting part where you all are doing right now as well. So
And looking, we've got an awesome team, right? So we've got a ton of industry experience. I've been in this industry about 16, 17 years. I've got my co-founder has been in this industry over 20 years. So, and we've got amazing folk like our chief content officer. She was a co-founder of Fashion TV. My head of studio partnerships, Eddie, he's run a lot of channels for Fox across Asia, ex-Disney, ex-NBC Universal. So we've got an awesome team. And that's why we feel that we have the magic sauce to make this all come together and make it happen.
there we go. There we go. Checking the comments going on. Josh Banks, greetings, greetings. We still up here at 3 a.m. Render like Denzel. Yeah, what time is it for you? It's late for you as well. It's 12 something a.m., right?
Yeah, it's like 12:35 a.m.
This
where
this
I
is what I
am.
love about cryptocurrency is like it just doesn't sleep. Someone in a
Crypto
different part
never
of the world,
sleeps.
it doesn't sleep. It is like this what makes the market different. This is the 24/7 cycle that people are on where they're in the crypto. But again, folks, we're right here with Riaz, the founder and CEO of Ritestream. Again, Ritestream is democratizing TV and film through NFTs, as we already spoke about. We will have all those links in the video when we're finished. Can you tell us about your Telegram and Discord group? Are you all active on there?
Yeah, we're super active. I think we've got around 15,000 people on our Telegram in our group today. So please go and check it out, join, ask us questions. We're 24/7 there. Our Discord group is also very active, around the same kind of size. Also follow us on Twitter. I think we've got around 30,000 people on Twitter. So yeah, definitely please connect to us.
And I'm putting the link tree in the comments as well, and that will be in the description. Also, that's pretty cool to see. No, we like active communities that have the Telegrams, Discords going, so people have a place to go for questions and all that type of stuff.
Absolutely, and I'm on Telegram like 24/7. So if anyone wants to reach me, then ping me with questions. Always there.
What are some of the biggest questions you do receive?
Oh, I think a lot of people want to understand how this ecosystem actually works and how the funding of content will work. People want to know when the token will launch, what launch pads we're going to be on, what exchanges we're going to be on. So they're kind of the typical questions we get.
So wait, is it still possible to get the token before launch?
We are in our private sale at the moment. The round, like our seed round is filled, our private is pretty much filled. We expect by early next week that's all going to be done and dusted, and then we're only looking at a public round.
For the seed and private round, folks, how long do they have to hold their token, if any time at all?
All right, so for the seed round, they have to hold, it's a 16-month vesting schedule.
Okay.
And for the private round, it's 12 months.
And that's locked in through the smart contract, or is that?
Yeah, everything is through smart contracts.
Cool. Good stuff. Good stuff. That's something people always love to hear. All right. So that means public sale will probably be around March when you guys are getting prepped to launch it out there. So make sure you all are on the lookout for that if you're interested in it as well. Outside of your website, what are some other sources you would tell people to kind of look into so they get a better understanding of the ecosystem?
So I think the best place for people to look is Ritestream.io and look at the white paper there. Follow our social media channel, so Telegram, Discord, etc. That's where you learn a lot more about it. You can also check out our sister site, which is allrights.com, and you'll see a ton of content there, allrites.com. And yeah, always shoot us questions if you have any.
Yeah, again, I was excited to see this. Like I said, when I clicked on this page and saw the content, I was like, all right, there we go. We're not starting from zero. We're starting from somewhere. You know, like I said, the rest of them were actually starting from zero because they still had to get content over to them. So
exactly, and look, we're a revenue generating business, right? So we are already making millions of dollars a year in revenue. So what we're doing now on the blockchain will just enhance everything that we do. And we're going to bring that revenue to the blockchain. Not many projects can claim that. That's what makes us unique.
There it is. Keno Green, what's going on? Welcome to the show. We are talking about Ritestream, democratizing the creator economy. Ritestream is the platform for the creation and monetization of film and TV NFTs. Something you said that I do like is that you mentioned that, hey, we're a business. We know how to monetize things. I do like that because oftentimes in a lot of these projects, sometimes, people get caught up in changing the world so much they forget that, hey, if you want to change the world, it's going to cost a couple of satoshis. So I'm glad that you do have owners and project leads who are like, no, we're still a business. This is the focus of this business, and it works. You know what I mean? It's a business that should have a win for everyone. Of course, if everything goes well at launch and so on and so forth. So it's pretty cool to see that also as well. Let's see. Also, I guess the industry ripe for destruction, an industry ripe for disruption, of course, is what you are in. We talked about it earlier. Others have tried and failed. Some of them are still around, not seeing much movement. But again, outside of the actual having the content, what would you say like your guys' biggest difference is?
The biggest difference is twofold. One is that we have the content. Second is that we have existing customers and we have a live system. We have streaming platforms that work with us. We have studios that work with us today. And part of my vision is that when we have the launchpad for film and TV content that the creators come to, then we want to get to a point that we want to bring A-list producers onto the platform alongside people that are just starting out. And when we do that, then there's the opportunity even for studios to participate in the ecosystem along with the community. So imagine being able to own a piece of a film that was funded by Netflix and you own a part of that and the whole monetization that happens around that. No one else is doing that today. And because of our industry relationships, we can make that happen. And at the same time, we put the power back in the hands of the creator.
There it is. And one last time before we leave as well, what are the first steps you'll tell someone new over to Ritestream.io to get to your website? I'm interested in getting an NFT to sync, TV and film industry with the crypto industry. I'm interested. You've sold me, Riaz. What do I do next?
Okay, what do you do next? Well, the first thing you can do is, like I said, join our social channels, buy our token when it comes out, support us in that way, download our app so that you can actually watch the content. And as the app builds out over time, there'll be a lot more functionality. So you'll be able to fund content through the app as well. You'll be able to trade the NFTs through the same app. This will become your go-to platform for everything to do with the entertainment world. And ultimately, this will also become a channel that you'll be able to connect with celebrities. You'll be able to go behind the scenes of content. We want to make this your universe, so that anything entertainment related will be within this one super app that we're building. And support our journey in every way you can and be part of that journey and have fun.
You said something else. I have to ask about this also, the whole NFT side of it. So just to make sure I'm clear on this, when you get the NFT, you own a part of that TV. Like let's say it's a film, 100 Ways to Wherever, right? And I buy the NFT. Do I own that film with that one NFT, or am I one of many NFT owners who own that film?
So imagine this, that the film costs, say, $100,000, right? And we generate 100,000 of these NFTs to fund that film. So you bought 1,000 of these. So effectively, you own a percentage of that film. And then any revenues that get generated, and remember, films can generate revenues for decades. And a movie that was produced 100 years ago still makes money today. So this is a real asset, and it's an asset that grows over time. So that NFT is going to continue generating revenue for you. But also imagine this, that on day one, you believed in this producer and you bought these 1,000 NFTs. And then a week later, you have Keanu Reeves attached to that movie. And suddenly the value of that NFT that you just bought has gone up through the sky. Now that you can trade that on an exchange, and you don't even have to wait for that movie to generate revenues. This is really unique. This is not possible today.
You're right. That's what I was thinking about too, because you said in your app marketplace you'd be able to trade NFTs. And I'm just thinking, I'm like, well, yeah, that would also incentivize the community to get the word out and share new content. They're like, hey, have you seen this movie yet?
Exactly.
Meanwhile, they own 30% of the movie as an NFT. That's crazy. But very interesting to see.
Built-in viewership. It's
Right.
awesome.
Yeah, so that
Yeah.
was, and that's the part I was thinking about because again, I can't wait to see this get fully put together and you have the app and everything out. We definitely had to invite you back then. But yeah, to have an NFT traded marketplace for actual film and TV. I mean, that would be crazy. You get a popular TV show or a popular movie that just came. You get Squid Games on there. Could you imagine a trade volume for that NFT? So I see it, and like you said, it hasn't happened yet. So there's definitely room for that to happen. Courtney Johnson, no, she says it's just a clip of the movie or revenue for the movie. That's revenue for the entire movie, right?
That's correct for the whole movie.
Right. The NFT is of the movie. It's just a piece
Yeah.
of the movie, the NFT itself, but it's for the entire movie. So yeah, hey, sounds interesting. JP says sounds like a very nice long-term investment. As always, make sure you all do your own research. We'll put all the links in the description as well. And thanks again for joining us today, Riaz. If there's anything you want to leave us with, I'll let you have the last word.
Thank you, King. It's been awesome. I look forward to talking to your community, and it's super exciting journey, folks. And if you're a creator, come and join us. If you just enjoy making some money, if you enjoy watching movies, this is a place for you. It doesn't matter who you are. So look forward to having all of you on this journey with me.
There it is. As always, thanks for watching. In the description below, after you check out the project, leave your comments. Let us know what you think about Ritestream as well. We're definitely going to keep checking it out, and I can't wait to see this app get launched. As always, make sure you smash that like and share, and we will see you.